Okay, now here's a scary thought. Every one of us is a role model. Coming up next on Pastor Bob Daily. You know, most people are afraid of being a role model, and they say, don't look to me as a role model, and yet every single one of us are role models. You know, I get especially frustrated with Christian leaders who don't take the responsibility of being a Christian leader. And they say, don't follow me, I'm not a role model, or a singer that says I'm not a role model, or anyone in the public eye that says I'm not a role model. If people like you, if they like what you're doing, you're a role model, whether you think you are or like it or not. And as a Christian, well, it gets a little tough here. What does it take to be a role model? Do I have to be an older Christian? No. Do I have to be a perfect Christian? No. Do I have to get everything right? No. Here's a definition of a role model. Paul gave it to us, actually. He said, follow me as I follow Christ. In other words, all those things that you see me doing, well, when you see me following Christ, follow me. When I'm not, by the way, please don't. And he was very clear with that. He said, you know, the things that I want to do, I don't end up doing. The things that I don't want to do, I do. He said, you know, I'm a wretched man. Who's going to rescue me from this? And he says, well, Jesus is. Follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me out of my wretchedness into following Christ. You see, the world around us isn't looking for perfect people. They're looking for saved people. They're looking for people whose lives are changing. They're looking at you and seeing how every single day you're following Christ. You're a role model in that role. Your role as a son or a daughter of Christ. And what people see in you is what happens to you intrinsically. You know, when you simply concentrate on evangelism, you've missed the whole point. Seriously. It has to do with your personal relationship with God. Nothing is more important than that, because out of that, out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. And then it's truth. It isn't just rhetoric. It isn't just from your head, it's from your heart. And when you begin to speak His truth, and that truth is lived in your heart, and it's changing you, then it makes sense. And folks, that's what being a role model is all about. You know, when Jesus says, go into all the world and preach the gospel, that's what He meant. Give them the good news. And how do you preach the good news? You show it. You share it. You show it and share it. It's important, isn't it? It's not enough to just share it if you're not showing it, if you're not living it. And, of course, you know I'm going to give you my favorite verse on this one, 1 Peter 3:15. Be ready at any time to give a quiet and a reverent answer to anyone who asks you about the hope you have within you. Folks, if we're living the life they ask us the questions, it's true. That's being a role model. God bless you. Have a great day.